Hello students, today we will take up the comprehension part of chapter 8, that is a special child. The first question is, what happens to parents when their child is diagnosed to have some problem with his or her eyesight? The parents, when they come to know about their child's visual impairment, they feel helpless. Sometimes they feel frustrated, depressed, and guilty. Do all parents react in the same manner? No, all parents do not react in the same manner because each and everyone differs in his feelings and emotions. They may have different feelings and different emotions. How do parents find out about the illness? Sometimes the parents come to know about the illness very early, and sometimes they take the child home from hospital thinking everything is normal, but later, after weeks and months, they try to suspect something wrong, and then their suspicion is confirmed after the doctor diagnoses the illness. In what way did the writer of the narrative discover about the visual impairment of her child? The writer also came to know about the visual impairment of her child almost 1 year after his birth, when he was taken to doctor and diagnosed as having visual impairment. When was the visual impairment diagnosed? The visual impairment was diagnosed when the child was about a year old. What kinds of feelings overwhelmed her? She was shocked, depressed, helpless, very disappointed, felt guilty of bringing a blind child into the world, and she did not even want to come out. What helped her cope with her problem? The knowledge that she was not the only one. There were several other parents who had such visually impaired children. Why did she go from doctor to doctor? She went from doctor to doctor in hope that she might find the right one who would treat her child and make him able to see. How did people react to her son's blindness? The reaction of the people was different. It differed from person to person. Some of them would come forward to help, and they would be kind in their words, whereas other people would be rude towards him. Why did the writer have to acquire special knowledge? The writer had to acquire special knowledge in order to find an alternative technique which would be helpful for her child. Why did she go to Northern Illinois University? She went to Northern Illinois University in order to get herself trained as to how to deal with blind children. It was not only the issue of her own child, but she wanted to help other blind children also. So she went in order to get herself trained. Why is important for a blind child to mingle with his sighted peers? It is important for a blind child to mingle or to mix with his sighted peers because the bruises and the scratches which he receives during his childhood days would be momentary, but then he would learn to be independent, to mix, and he would not suffer from that inferiority complex that he is a blind child. In order to make him independent, in order to cope with other people, it is necessary to mingle with his sighted peers. Next question is, briefly answer the following questions in your own words. What is meant by miracle cure? Miracle cure means that something which might give result which were very unexpected and which seemed almost like a dream. As for example, she meant by miracle cure that she would find a doctor who would cure the child of his blindness or give him sight. How do you think a disabled child should be treated? A disabled child should be treated just like a normal child. He should be disciplined. He should be allowed to mix with other people. Why does the mother refer to him as a special child? The mother refers to him as a special child because he needed special attention. Do you think a disabled child can lead a normal life? Yes, a disabled child can also lead a normal life if only he is given proper training at a proper stage. How can the child be helped to do so? The child can be helped to do so by allowing him to become independent, to mix with other people, and to be able to cope with other people. Match the following words in column A with their meanings in column B. Routine. Routine means a regular way of doing things. Transition. Transition is changing from one state to another. Eventually means finally. Reassurance means support or approve. Negative means disapproving or refusing. Alternative means another. Mobility means to move around. Encourage means to support. Mingle means to mix with others. And expose means to uncover.